we're back. I'm so excited. This is awesome. I am Jen. I'm Jen, your nervous GM. And I'm here with all of these lovely people to play Uncharted Worlds, Episode 2, Prickly Predicaments. I like alliteration, in case you can't tell. All right, so this is a presentation by Nerdsmith. And so before we go around and introduce ourselves, let's thank the people who are making this happen. Die Hard Dice make awesome dice. I buy from there a lot. I love it. Somebody had one to show up, I think, at one point. And I love that they mentioned the friendliest shopkeepers in the realm. So not only do they make quality dice, they also make the experience of buying quality dice a quality experience. Hero Forge, what can I say? Hero Forge is amazing. If you happen to be lucky enough to know somebody who does 3D printing, you can buy the patterns for the 3D printing and have them print it for you, which is super cool. Or you can buy it already painted from here, it's amazing. I could spend all day on there. And World ANVIL, which is tools for helping you create, organize, and maintain your world setting. We were just having a conversation before we came online about how we have trouble remembering our NPCs' names in long campaigns sometimes. And that would help with that. So, World ANVIL. All right, let's go around and I want to hear your name, your pronouns, your character's name, your character's pronouns. And what is the weirdest food that your character has liked or at least not hated during their travels? I believe we have an order. Yeah.
Yes, that's me. Sorry. I was getting confused by the cameras being like I was sitting in a different spot on the screen. I got a little confused. It's good. It's fine. Yes, hi, I'm Evie, she, them, and I play Raylan Drake, also as she, her. And the most interesting food, favorite food is the pizza nuts, right? But the most interesting food, I think, is gonna be a sort of like, it was like a big squash that had a giant nut in it, kind of avocado style, but it was made of like more of a mushroom component as opposed to a plant fruit. And it was flavor of like the most clean water you could have ever had. So like incredibly strange. And she just really loved it. She was like, this has got so many different unexpected components to this experience that she just really enjoyed it.
Your food was a journey.
Yes, it was an absolute journey. We're gonna call it bubble nuts. I don't know why everything's a nut.
Nice. Hey, you know what? It's a thing. All right, who's next?
I believe that would be me. Hi, I'm Ashley, she, her. I play Ariana, aka Ari Pixel, also she, her. Is said the weirdest food that I've gotten used to or something?
That you at least didn't hate.
I'm gonna say for Ari, it's been all forms of olives, but more specifically, as of right now, red olives.
I should have guessed. I should have predicted that. That was a softball I threw you, unintentionally.
Thank you.
All right, who's next?
It's me. Hello, I am Brithin. I am he, him, and I am playing Jasper Flynn, also he, him. I'm trying to think of what his least favorite or most least favorite foods would be, but I feel like for him, it would be something really basic. Like, we somehow reverse engineered how to make bananas taste like they used to, and he's like, no, but these are awful. I need my genetically modified bananas. This is awful. What is this?
I know the non-GMO movement has really continued and gone like gone to an extreme. Like, yeah.
I need everything should be GMO. What is this? This is wrong.
Love it.
Ooh, that makes me next. Hi, everybody. My name is Graham or Graham Crackers, and tonight I'm playing Riley Copperbutton, your favorite corporate overlord. But Riley's least favorite food is Cosmo snow cones made with real shaved asteroids.
Ew.
Only minimal amounts of mineral in it.
I feel like you have to be careful for your teeth with
Yep.
that one. Yeah. Glorious. Who's next?
That'll be me. Sorry, I think Ty, him playing Orin White Oak, also him. I think he's strangely drawn to these. They're krill like chips, but they're really just like ground up krill that have been dried out and fried a little bit. But they're grown on in spaceships in the water system because they keep filtrating the water and stuff like that, but then they're also processed into food, and so that there's on a lot of the larger spaceships there are these kind of exclusive krill chips that you can't really get outside of like large ships or large fleets because nobody else is culturing the krill that way.
That's cool. That's cool. Ship exclusive. Okay. I should have brought this up before we came on stream, but who would like to give a recap? That is not me. Okay,
I'll do
go
it.
for it.
All right, so we started the session with Orin floating away into space and everybody scrambling to save him while two of his tiny squid friends in his helmet laughed their asses off. Raylan went and got a harpoon gun, fired it at him, and as he was grabbing it in, Riley comes barreling down the hallway saying, "My baby boy," with his helmet, and wings pop as he flies out, grabs, pulls in. We end up breaking the comms array, and we have to make our way back to this little space station known as Clank. It's Clink or Clank? But
The clank. The clank.
At R3. As we arrive there, we gotta go shopping and get some stuff done. But first, we meet these strange people known as the Macaronis. Both Susan and what was the other one's name?
Andy.
Susan and Andy Mackerel. And it turns out that they went to the same space college as us, Beetlejuice Community College, BCC, supposedly. As we get to know them, they invite us to have some pizza donuts, and we make some interesting choices when it comes to things I'd actually eat, but in character they sound good. But turns out that they invite some of us back to the ship. Raylan and Ari end up going back to the ship with them and kind of check out this amazingly way too expensive. These people are way too posh, giving off the way too expensive of a vibe for community college, but they go to find out what's going on. Turns out they claim that their ship is a sovereign territory and that they are repoing our ship because according to their sovereign spaceship territory, they can just do that because they are the formal lineage of the owners of SpaceX, short for Space Exodus, Space EX, which was purchased and is being rebranded into Journey Corps by Riley Copperbutton. But as they arrive at the ship, Susan goes to put the repo sticker on the side of our ship, and Orin runs up and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she proceeds to tap a shirt, gain armor, and starts assembling a pistol when she gets hit with the stun gun. Riley helps Orin put her into a box, which they ship to the edges of the universe to keep them from chasing after them. Meanwhile,
a box of pesticide.
Nothing bad. Meanwhile, Andy is getting real aggressive with Ray and Ari and goes to hit them with this pulse. I think it was his belt. It becomes a meteor hammer, just bam, right to the head of Ray. As Ray hits the deck, Ari's like, and pins him to the wall with two knives, like, you do. He continues to spout while Ari goes and has a wonderful moment while Ray tries to recover from her concussion. And we basically go, "Nice stuff you have here. Take a bunch of it, jettison their fuel, run back to our ship, and lock him, I think, in a closet or something." And we book it out of there. There's a broadcast that goes out that Jasper caught on to, saying that they know that we did something, so we know our at least class of spaceship has been tagged. Orin puts together a crybaby to duplicate the symbol and sends it off, while Jasper tries to plot 3 different courses to put out with inquisitions to each port that they might be going to kind of obfuscate more. Riley, the whole time, has been gathering chocolates and flowers and different sort of things in his secret scheme to help put Ray and Orin back together, and basically sets them up with a mini date night that actually goes pretty well in this new fabulous kitchen that we stole from the Macs, the Macaronis. Other than that, yeah, we stole... we got a new kitchen, we got a new comms array, we got 2 other wonderful things. Oh yeah, a botanical garden.
Botanicals and good medicine.
Hydroponic.
And hydroponics and lots of medicine. So we decided after talking it over, next place we would go would all of the logs from the almost forgot the business that Riley and Ari helped was a Nekutiti extermination business. So they're basically these exterminators that go out and clear them off of your ship. Turns out it's the brother of the guy who knew what he was doing, left behind not knowing what he's doing, and Riley, in the course of an afternoon, became his god and listened to everything that he had to say for it. And while he was listening and Riley was trying to help him kind of learn and give him actually pretty good advice, also taking a little bit of that poison off of his hands, Ari went through and got the manifest of all of their customers, and when we were looking at it, we saw there's a lot of new customers, and figured out that all these customers have a direct correlation with the Constellation Congregation, this weird kind of cult who turn people into silicate life forms. But we'll find out what it's up about probably this time as we are headed on our adventure out towards Coriolis, the station that converts people literally into silicate life forms. We're trying to find a break along the way to stop.
You decided to make a stop on the way at a very, very far outpost planet where the shipping is going before it goes to Coriolis, with the hope that you'll find it before it's at the center of power.
Yes, yeah, that's right, yeah. And I think that was it.
As the GM who's like, I haven't designed Coriolis yet, just so y'all know. Thank you so much for doing that. Thanks for the excellent recap. Okay, so the last we saw of all of you, the date had ended, the course had been charted, and the jump to get closer to Saguaro, the planet where you think you will find information about cult activity. It's about a month to get there, but you can cut that down by 2 weeks by doing a jump. Just a standard jump. It's not something you need to roll for. It's not like a thing done under duress. And you cut 2 weeks off of it. So we open with this experience for everyone on the ship. The disorientation of movement, of moving past the pace of sound, past the speed of light, past what the human eye can detect. This feeling of solid ground underneath you that should be moving as if you were on carpet that was about to be pulled out from under you all the time. Vibration that you feel in your stomach, but you don't feel when you touch the ground underneath you. Your breath feeling like it is being pulled out of you, an effort to pull it back in, even though your breath is normal. If you were to be monitoring it, you're getting the same amount of oxygen. You feel a little like a fish that has been caught on a line and is struggling and gasping, but not yet out of the water. Just anticipating being tipped over into the edge of a world of existence that will destroy you. And then a sudden stop, an easing of breath, a restoration of sound that you had forgotten was even missing. And most importantly, the reappearance of stars around you. You have come out of your hyperspace jump. There's no sound in space. But if there was sound in space, and if we could hear transmissions coming from the escape pod of the Relentless Optimists, what music would we be hearing right now?
communication comms. Probably, since we got the slightly wacky one, it's probably some old-time polka.
Oh,
You're getting
no.
polka piped into the ship. Polka piped into, what is the pirate radio station piping out?
I think I've got the help of Senshi and Kaylee to take care of the radio station, and they are right now playing some David Bowie because they think it's really funny.
Well, one of your Nikotiti companions in your helmet is doing like, this kind of dancing. And the other is actually kind of like moving in rhythm to the polka. Like they are dancing to different songs at the moment. And one of them is like to the other, again, in our high squeaky voice that we really wouldn't understand, and I'm gonna pretend that this is how they talk. Is that what you're here to do? Really? You're just here to enjoy yourself? And the other goes, come on, live a little. And the other looks back, look at us, we're always living little. And you feel that rhythm of tapping and laughing on your head. You've got polka, David Bowie, and Nikotiti laughter, all corresponding and coalescing into your mind. So before we do our cramped quarters, which we're all here to do, two things. One, I have neglected, very much neglected, the sixth main character of this game, and that is the Relentless Optimist. What does the Relentless Optimist look like?
It's prettier now on the inside. We got some nice pieces now.
Yeah. It's no longer a bunch of hobbled different parts of different ships.
No, now it is. It's still hobbled different parts of different ships, just better ship parts now.
You're right.
I think
It's one of a kind, really.
Yes.
I think from the outside, it looks like kind of a little bit of the people inside it. Like, because we didn't all agree completely on what we were doing when we were first going to get it. So you have like this really advanced helm that looks like it's sleek and coming back. And then it hits the really large living area that I think Ari was able to get us for us. So that's almost like a huge part of the ship, and then in the back it gets even bigger as Ray and Riley put together this engineering bay, and then slung underneath it, kind of almost clearly not as much of a part, but built almost wholesale from scrap, is like this curved bottom where Oren has taken upon himself to, after installing all of the heat tiles and everything like that, he basically just made his like this little basement almost underneath everything that he has to like climb up to see things. And I imagine, Oren's done his best with the materials that they had. So the outside of it is almost like a metal calico of different pieces and things that have been put together all the way through it, ranging from as silver to copper to like everything in between, and just a little bit of rust here and there from when they hit atmosphere. I imagine the wings on it, probably they clearly two different sizes, but the patches have made them the same size. So one is really nice. The other is again has like, because the wings, one is completely one color, the other is half one color, and then the metal calico bringing it all together. And I think Oren has been begging for a budget to paint the ship, but it's not vital, and we need to spend our money on other things right now. Because that's the one thing he can't do is paint the ship, because he needs the paint. I mean, he just can't afford it, and it's really, really expensive.
A lot of paint.
And then for landing gear, I imagine they have tucked underneath on both sides of the wings. It's a tread system that it folds flat when you're flying into the wings, and then comes down and forms triangles as you land, cushions, and then rolls forward.
But the impression I'm getting is if you had like 6 Lego sets, and then you built a ship out of the 6 Lego sets.
Yes, yeah.
I think my favorite part of the ship is we have the sponsor pictures on the side, but Jasper's favorite is our tramp stamp on the back of the ship of Raid Shadow Legends.
These are the ones who are giving you enough money to operate because you have their advertisements on your ship. Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
I forgot at the back of the ship there is now an amazing comms array that comes up, and it's so many. It looks almost like a little like feathered tail on the back of it coming up and sticking out.
Like a turkey.
Yay.
I love it. And this is why we call it the struggle bus. All right.
One of like 12
Next thing.
reasons.
One of like 12, for sure. Okay, the last thing before we're going to do cramp quarters. Who was involved in the transmitter that was sent to misdirect when you left? You were involved and you were involved. Okay. Jasper, roll a d6, and Orin, roll a d6.
2.
3.
Okay. Noted. All right, cramp
No.
quarters.
Raggy.
Cramp quarters. To review, you pick somebody. Each of us will get a chance to pick someone to roll and see how our relationship grows and changes over the course of these 2 weeks stuck together in the struggle bus. And who, depending on your role, your relationship might become much more strained or get a lot closer. So each of you has the opportunity. There. Now I have it up on my screen. That makes life so much easier when I can look at the rules. Who would like to go first?
I would love to go first.
Yay!
Ooh, I am going to meet with Ari. I just rolled, if you'd like to know the roll, or do they roll?
You roll.
Okay, that is a 12.
Okay. So tell me, with the 12, how the two of you bonded over these 2 weeks.
So I think over these 2 weeks, Ari and Riley, after the close encounter and knowing we're going into like a potential cultist scenario, Riley, pulls out his shotgun, which he has never used. It is a little sentient shotgun that shoots plasma blasts.
Does it go
and-
pew, 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 pew when it shoots
Yeah.
them? Is that-
Yes. It speaks in an Australian accent as it says pew. And as you reload, it goes, "Good on, mate." And Riley, having known Ari is pretty skilled in combat, is like, "Hey, will you teach me how to fire this thing?"
Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me see. What is this? All right.
Yeah. Good on,
This
Mike.
looks- And then I just start like doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Like I'm like twirling it in between my fingers and like chucking it behind my back and stuff like that. But then I start doing stupid stuff, like kind of looking down the barrel directly and then like,
I think it's loaded.
calm down. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Came to me for help, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
That's fine. Oh, but you know what? The safety's not on. Okay. So anyway, so here's just basic, right? Okay. Show me how you would hold it. Absolutely wrong. So, all right, a little bit. That's a little bit much. That's a little okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Riley, focus. Okay.
I am so focused.
Okay, so I want you to you're gonna like have the base of it right here between your shoulder. Okay. I want you to hold it like this, right? Okay. Now, don't put your trigger finger until you're ready to shoot. Okay? Just keep it on the trigger. Not
Just
till you're
keep
ready.
it on the trigger, but don't pull the trigger.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's see, what was it then? Okay.
Oh well, I mean, there were some test tubes that Raylan wasn't using. I mean, we could target practice those.
Perfect. Okay, that's perfect. We should do that. Do you think we should do it right in her area and shoot, or should we? You know what?
We'll say in the grab jump. You know, things move around.
You know. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's go. You want to go try? Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Candy bar for everyone you hit.
All right. Do you want me to make a shot?
Oh, absolutely. Hell yeah. Roll with metal.
All right. That is a 9.
Okay. You are able to hit like enough of them to feel like you succeeded.
I mean, it is a shotgun.
Yeah, but I get to choose one of the below. You suffer harm during the exchange. The exchange causes undesirable collateral damage. Threats, the battleships changing threats or adding new ones, and the targets actually suffered a lesser fate. I think the battleships changing threats and adding new ones because people can fucking hear what you're doing. How do the rest of you respond when you hear gunfire happening?
So Raylan shows up at a certain point and has the gun that Orin has been crafting for them. It's a stun gun, but still has that out, and is like behind a crate, and there's a boom, and then just kind of like skirts to another crate, and there's a boom, and then kind of like does a roll forward to arrive, and like has the gun aimed at Riley, and is like looks around. What are you?
I'm gonna
Where's the
step in
intruder?
and be like, whoa, okay. Just put the stun gun down.
Where's the intruder?
I feel like the rifle now says, "Good day."
It's like, good eye, mate.
I aim at the rifle. I'm like, what just happened?
At that point, like I'll go for what the hell was that?
Misfire? Misinput?
Oh, misinput. Starts looking around.
We're all good here now.
Everything's fine.
You guys just see the cameras like all starting to like turn towards you, and you just hear over the comms saying like, "Nope."
I mean, you know, I thought, you know, with Orin having a gun pulled on them and us going to a unsafe place, I should know how to use a shotgun in case someone's life is at risk.
So
And
you-
I would like to
Test
point
tubes.
out how much worse this could have gone had I not been here to assist Riley.
I mean, the test tubes were like that when we got here.
So let me get this straight. Y'all thought you wanted to learn to handle a weapon. You decided to fire it inside of a hermetically sealed ship that if you break it, will suck you out into space, turn you inside out, and freeze you before you have a chance to say, oops. I can fix this.
I mean, yeah. God, when you say it like that, God, you sound so boring, man. Where's your sense of adventure?
Raylan is holding the test tubes, puts one hand down, and picks up the stun gun again, and starts pointing it at you, Riley.
Hey, you know, I just want to remind everyone that, you know, we did have a gun pulled on us like this scenario. Good thing that Ari and I trained.
Okay, shoots you. How's that training?
Do you want to roll for that?
I'll roll for it, sure.
Absolutely,
Okay.
please do.
Roll with metal. Roll with metal.
I hope we roll really low and shoot Orin.
Oh. Okay, that's an 8 on the dice. Do I roll with physique or it's with metal? Okay, so that's
With
a 9.
metal.
It's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. So you are able to hit. And
Do
I
I
would say,
detract
where were
the
you
armor?
aiming? Yes, you can subtract the armor. Where were you aiming?
I was probably aiming like center mass, just
Okay. And your gun is Give me your stats for your gun.
Oh, I have a class 1 pistol stun gun.
Okay, so you have armor 1. It hurts.
I have armor 3.
3. Okay, it's like, but because it was a 9, that goes off a little bit and hits one of the cargo boxes, and
Cargo.
it's fixable. But someone's got to patch it up pretty quick before pesticide leaks all over this part of the ship.
Well, this was a great talk. I'm glad we learned so much. I need to go fix that. And I am going to just immediately start trying to fix the sealant.
You can't.
Ray puts the gun away, but then just stands and watches you.
I'm gonna go over next to Ray and just whisper in your ear and say, I'll replace the tubes. Plus, I'll give you a full bouquet.
It's not the point.
What is the point?
This was incredibly dangerous. And I might have needed these tubes before we can get them replaced. This is all of them. I've got 3 left now.
Well, then be positive. We have 3.
All right. I hope not all of you need a blood sampling. And then we'll go back to the med bay.
I love that the bonding that is occurring. We don't give conditions in this game the way you do in, like, say, Monster Hearts, but if I could, the two of you would have the condition Chaos Gremlin. And I love that that's your bond. Like, you're the Chaos Gremlins right now. Amazing. Okay, who's next?
I think that Jasper would probably also pick Ari, but Ari so that he can compete with Red.
All right, tell me what happens.
All right, let's roll it. 7.
Okay. So you reveal or discover the answer to a question that Ari asks about an aspect of yourself or your past. Ari, what's the question that you would ask? Don't get to answering it just yet. What's the question you would ask?
Let me think. I can ask him anything.
About himself or his past.
Let's see. I guess I just want to know how did you get so good at what you do? I mean, it's kind of magic.
Where are you when you ask this question?
I've walked over to him away from the chaos of what Riley is trying to do. I've washed that away from my memory.
So you've just gained your Chaos Gremlin status and you're heading out. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I imagine that Jasper likes to borrow Ari's AI named Red to kind of have like competitions going on. So you see him like on the systems being like, all right, Red, I need you to go. Have you ever heard that game, like the Associations game, where you go onto like Wikipedia and you try to see how quickly you can get from like Star Wars to Fissionado, like the movie, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so he's like,
super fun.
yeah, he's like, Star Wars to Fissionado, go. And then he's like, just really quickly like going through it. And it's like 5 times. It's like 50-50 that he beats Red. And he's like, yeah, take that. And then the next time he's like, wow, you did that really fast.
And Red's responses are like always like way more elaborate.
Yeah.
He's obviously processed way more data in the same time as you have. It's just taken that much longer to get to the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When Ari comes in and would you believe me if I just said the internet?
no.
Well,
Well, I mean, this is above my head, dude. Could you elaborate a little bit more than the internet? I mean,
well, I like you. You know, we're pretty cool. You did cause a lot of chaos, which I enjoy, as long as I'm not in trouble. You know, Warning Idols?
yeah.
Or Warning and Sony Idols, you know how they're doing their little merge. May have done just a little work for them.
I
Just
see.
here and there.
Okay. Are you feeling good about that, or?
Well, let's just leave it at the Warning Idols. We don't need to go into the nitty gritty about what I did for them.
Noted. Hey, you know what? It's all you. Got it. It's fine. Good to know. Good
Just-
to know.
Just know that it would probably be a bad idea to visit their planet.
Especially noted. Thank you.
And he goes, now give me something. What are we looking for? Who? From what to what?
Coca-Cola to Richard Nixon.
From Coca-Cola's record. All right, ready? Give us the Sindafari.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. I've just dozed off.
Count us down, dear Ari. Count us down.
Oh, right. 10, 90, go.
Go.
And Jasper's just like, going. Sulu figured. And, oh, I won that one. And he's just gloating.
Red's head just sort of turns around in a circle. And that is Red's way of rolling his eyes. Okay. Who is next?
Go next. I pick Riley. Let's see what the dice say, Riley. The dice say 11, Riley.
Oh my gosh. I mean, from the previous scene, we can only go up.
All right, so what
Very
does
true.
a success do again?
Describe how the two of you bonded over the past few days.
What the hell happened, Riley?
With what?
How did we bond?
Did we take any patients in while we were traveling?
I don't think we can in deep space, can we?
Highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. So we've got some pesticides, which are made of chemicals, funnily enough, that can break down into other compounds that may have medical usage.
Oh.
Also, because we just got our nice little garden in here, gotta keep space bugs out. So I think that there is a small little package on your desk one day that Riley has shuffled over the duct tape line. Maybe not even on your desk. Maybe you just pushed it like 1 inch over the line on your side of the cargo bay, with like a little note that says, "You like flowers? I think pesticides keep flowers alive?" Question mark.
I can tell that it's your handwriting.
Oh yeah.
So I go into the medical bay and I open it up and I immediately use the 3 test tubes to test the pesticides, because who knows what the hell's actually in this stuff. And then I like send you a little like intercom request to come on over to the med bay, just to like call for you kind of thing.
Yeah, I get up out of my chair 20 feet away. Walk over.
Well, you know, I gotta have it on my turf. So,
yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yep. And when you come in, I'm like, when you acquired these pesticides, do you know what they contained? Did you get an ingredients list?
You know, I did actually.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you can tell me if these are going to kill the plants.
Sure.
Because not all pesticides are made the same.
Yeah, give me 1 second. You know, I have it filed in the logistics manifest that was shipped on the planet that I got when they so graciously donated these to me for helping save their business.
Oh, my analysis is done. I can tell you what's in the pesticides.
Oh, so you can tell me if they can kill flowers or not.
Raylan, roll assessment with expertise.
Okay. I got a 7.
Um,
Can I roll
I'm
to
go-
assist?
yeah, okay. You can get involved.
Yeah.
All right. How are you getting involved?
By pulling up the manifest list of what the actual chemicals are there, and maybe offering like a suggestion, like, oh, if I see like one of the chemicals is marked as like blue, or could be a possibility, being like, oh,
Yeah, you look through the paperwork that you kept and you get a few hints. I'll give you that. So that would also be, I think, roll with expertise.
Okay.
Unless you want to roll, you could also roll with influence, since you got that as a result of your personality and presence.
I'll let you pick. It's a 9 plus either a 1 or plus a 2.
I mean, then
It's the same.
success, so it doesn't matter. All right, so that allows you to bump her assessment up from, it was a 9, right? To a
Yes.
10. You gain significant information and earn a data point. The significant information is that these pesticides, the way that they function is as a liquefied silicate catalyzer, designed to be injected in the cracks, the tiny cracks of a Nicotiti crab armor.
Okay. Yeah, I think that, after Ray was doing a little bit of a power play thing, but then also like kind of needed the list of it, and as we kind of like went through it and found out what this particular ingredient does, what this particular ingredient does, and we get at the end, Ray goes, I don't think these are going to be particularly helpful against the standard bugs that are growing around the tomato plant. That's a tomato plant, by the way. And that one is. That one, I'm not sure yet, but that one's a tomato plant. However, we could probably sell these for a decent penny to some big ships, because the big ships get a lot of Nicotiti problems.
And, if, say we were to sell it, I mean, to someone with a big ship that probably has a big wallet,
Right.
We could probably replace those test tubes and maybe even a batch of vaccines?
I hope that we can replace the test tubes, because those are the last ones I had.
So we'll get double.
Sounds good.
Also, did you know they don't have plants where I'm from? They just have everything in a paste.
I'm sorry, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Galactic Rim.
Why is everything a paste?
Convenient, on the go.
Do you not come from a planet?
I mean, it's kind of a planet. I mean,
Planets usually
at one
have
point it was a planet. I think now it's mostly metal.
Interesting. Why is it mostly metal? Did a machine take over?
No. Don't be silly. That was our neighbor.
Okay.
No, just, you keep mining away at the world, and eventually, there's gaps in a world. I think that's how planets work. And then, they had to build, like, scaffolding between the gaps. And then eventually, you build up.
You're a mining skeleton world. Okay, now I understand.
I mean, kind of. I mean, we do have a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Like a shopping center.
You have a lot of raw goods that come out of there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, commercial all the way.
Wait,
I mean,
so you've never seen a plant before?
I mean,
Like
I've
you've seen
plants.
plants. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen the plants that you have. Or the ones in the commercials or the hollow beds.
Do you eat them? Have you had them? Have you eaten them? You know to eat them, right? They're not just to look at. Come here. And she's going to go over to the tomato plant, and there's a little tomato growing on it. And she's going to take it off, and she's going to put it in a tiny little capsule that's going to accelerate its ripening process by bombarding it with a bunch of CO2 so that it thinks that it is at the end stages of its life, and you're gonna watch it go from this like yellow green to this very vibrant red, and it's still like itty bitty. It doesn't get bigger, but she ripens it and she pulls it out and she goes, eat this, it's delicious. Just the whole thing.
Mm.
You just
Great.
swallow it whole.
What was I not supposed to do? Am I going to die?
You're supposed to chew it. No, you'll be fine, but you didn't get any flavor.
They're flavored?
Yes, when you bite into them.
And you don't have to put like a packet on it?
No. They taste like freshness. They taste fresh and a little bit tangy sweet. All right, look, another one should be ready in a couple of days. We'll ripen it up, and this time you have to chew it. I didn't know I needed to tell somebody they have to chew their food.
Well, I'm sorry that, people have all the time in the world to chew things when you could be on the go with a gotta go instant meal. In
Yeah, those
7 different
Go-Gurt things
flavors.
are not good for your teeth.
So the two of you, having bonded over doing science together, are now bonding over differences about how food functions.
Yes.
And Riley, 2 days later, when you do try one again, do you chew it?
He will chew it.
And does it taste good?
It does.
All right.
But I think he also brings an instant 7-course meal and puts it on Raylan's desk. He's like,
Raylan walks in and is like, how you eat paste? How do you make 7-course meals? I don't understand you.
sorry, what was the question?
How did you make this food when you don't understand food?
What comes in a packet?
Suddenly suspicious of the food.
And I think this kind of conversation happens the whole 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The whole 2 weeks. Who's next?
I'll go. I am going to engage with Jasper. So, is there anything I need to do? Do I need to roll something, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll 2d6.
Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's 10.
All right, describe how the two of you bonded over the past few days.
I think that Ari and Jasper bonded because I was like seriously like interested. Like I was like, how do you do this? And like showing me all this stuff in the computer, and like, how do you follow along? Like how do you track us? Like I don't understand. Like how are you, like it's kind of really cool how you know where we are all the time, and like could you tell me like how do you do that?
Oh, I would love to show you. Okay. So you see over here in this quadrant, and it's how there's a bunch of different colors, like colored dots. And you see this blue one here? That's me. And you see this pink one that's right next to it? That's you, right?
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I may have injected all of you with chips in your sleep.
Wow, okay. That's invasive. Now, is there any way to, like, if someone tried to, like, I don't know, deactivate that, is there a way to do that, or?
Are they deactivating it with my permission or no?
Either one.
As long as I'm aware of it, nothing will happen.
As long as you're aware of it. So, like, if someone was like, hey, I'm deactivating this, and you're like, okay, then it's fine, or, like, is it, like, voice activated by you saying that you can do that, or retinal scan, or how do we do this?
Well, usually I scan you and turn it off with my visor.
Got it.
I would not recommend trying to deactivate it yourself.
Okay. But say you were stupid. What would... Yeah, so just, like, take it, and then what needs to happen then? Just curious minds.
Well, initially, the shock of it leaving your body would probably leave you paralyzed for a couple of days as you were convulsing from the electrical circuits in your body that I may have inserted at another time when you were sleeping.
Okay. Is there a way to, like, maybe just trick the system a little bit just for a couple of hours or something? Just, I don't know. I'm just wanting to know all the fail safes here, honestly. Like, I want to make sure that we're all protected and you can watch us.
Oh, don't worry. You're always being watched.
That's great.
I am well aware of the things that all of you get up to. Don't worry.
Okay.
But you wanted to see about this thing over here? It's really cool.
Well, yeah, and I just look at Red, who's, like, kind of, like, cropped up on my shoulder, and I'm just kind of like, did you get any of that? Great. And then I'm like, oh my god, what? Red has been talking shit. He thinks that he can beat you in the game that you guys were playing. What is it, Red? Go ahead, no. And then I think Red is gonna challenge you into some game. And I would like for him to try to distract you.
Okay.
While I just start pressing buttons on your system just to, like, screw with you.
Oh no! What do you need? Jen, you're muted.
Sorry, y'all. There was literally an earthquake here this morning, and we just had an aftershock, so a little distracted for a second. Roll to face adversity, and I think with influence. Jasper.
9. Influence 9.
Okay. 9. Okay. You are able to prevent getting fucked with by Ari. But I think the price is something in Red's programming goes awry, and Red seems to have a distaste for you.
Oh no. That's okay, that's fair. He's gonna be like, oh, I am so on, and he's gonna be like, wait, no, Ari, don't touch that, And he's gonna be like, Ari, do not touch that button. That turns the camera into the bedrooms on. We don't turn that one on unless if it's important.
Jasper is a spy.
I am not a spy. I'm a hacker. There's a difference.
And then Red spends the next week, like, every time he's around you, saying Jasper is a spy.
And he's just like, I am not a spy.
All right. I think that leaves Orin for cramped quarters.
I think Orin is going to go talk to Riley. That's a 10.
What are we running over, bro? Baby boy?
All right. I think Like you'll just at some point you'll just hear a knock, and then
Who is it?
who is it always?
I mean, I don't know. That's what.
It's
why
me,
you
dumbass.
asked.
It's me, your baby boy. Remember?
Come on in. Sorry, I left the sparkling prepackaged grape juice. In a
That's
different-
okay.
I have Fritos.
I brought beer. It's all good. Pulls out a 6-pack.
Hey, yeah, come on in. Come on in. What's up?
Well, you know, I have to thank you because
Oh?
all right, I also have to. I'm gonna gloss over the thank you because that happened and I don't have to do it anymore. And go straight to the. What? How do you keep doing that thing where you just keep your hope for whatever you need it for alive whenever you need it? It blows my mind. Like the fact that you think you're gonna win this game. He pulls out some video games.
Dude, they're hacking. I'm gonna win.
Wait, doesn't hacking mean they're more likely to win?
No, I'm gonna
because
win.
they
I'm
are-
better.
Right, then them or the hacks?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right. Okay.
I'm just that good. I'm just that good. But
By the way, VR training for gun combat is
Yeah,
proving
yeah,
quite effective.
yeah, I mean, you know, this is an FPS. I'm pretty sure that if I know how to shoot a gun in real life, I can shoot a gun better in a video game.
Right.
So,
See, that's what I'm talking about. Where do you get this optimism, this relentless optimism?
well, you ever look at the stars, Oren? You ever really just look out a window while you're traveling? Like, for a good long moment. Long enough that you're able to just listen to nothing but the sound of an engine and your own thoughts.
Not in a while. Every time I start to look out the window or something like that, something's coming apart.
Wow, you know, it's a wide, big universe out there. And, you know, I could be like, oh, yeah, we're poor and live in the struggle bus with my college friends. And we get into crazy hijinks but never pull ahead in a constant hamster wheel of work.
Hands.
Or, alternatively, you can say, I'm gonna shoot for the stars. And, you know, if I am right, you know, you're gonna get where you wanna be. You're gonna find that goal, that dream, that thing that makes you wake up in the morning. Worst case, you're gonna die horribly alone in space.
Well, that is the worst case. Shoot for the stars. Aren't you already among the stars?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Is that a
don't you
planet
wanna build
thing?
a home, find a new planet, find a place to kick up your feet at the end of the day? You know, who knows? You know, there could be other aliens you've never even heard of.
That's fair.
They could be hot.
So wait, you are so optimistic. You believe that you're gonna find a hot alien girlfriend and strike it rich and have everything you ever wanted?
Yeah, I do. And frankly, you should too. You could get a girlfriend
No, I'm
if
here
you
because
wanted,
I believe
if
in
you
you.
tried a little harder.
Wait, hold
If
on.
you
what?
told her that you still have feelings for her.
Well, hold on. Wait, we're not talking. I don't know. Yeah, but I said a thing, but well, you know, I'm here because I believe in you, and you can do this.
Yeah, I
That's the
mean-
difference between believing in you and having to believe in me.
Well, you know, it's like that podcast I listen to all the time says, you know, believe in the you that believes in me.
Right. So if I believe that you believe what you believe is correct,
Yeah,
and
so if you believe in me
me,
and you believe that I believe in you, you can believe in yourself.
is this a transitive property of self-confidence?
I mean, it could be. You know, I don't really understand it, but it sounds smart. And it's the same thing with marketing, right? Like, if it sounds
Right.
smart, it probably was written by someone who's smart. Like,
And then given to
9 out of
somebody
10
less
doctors.
smart. 9 out of 10
Sure.
doctors.
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean,
that's
they
not
could,
true?
They could have a doctorate in philosophy, but, like, they're a doctor.
Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way.
But but to dial it back, Orin, what do you want? Like, what, broski, baby boy, what makes you happy?
Well, honestly, tinkering on this rig we got here is not an insignificant amount of happiness. I think knowing that everything that I'm working on matters a bit is something there. Because, it's just patching the same hole I patched 14 times, but everybody walks to the same place in this around the, it's that one weak point, but it needs fixed all the time, but it's to keep everybody that I appreciate around and help kind of make sure that all of you get a shot at the big things that you're looking at, because I think one of my takeaways from the totally not a cult was I don't need the big dream. I need the people.
I mean, do you really believe that? I mean, or are you saying that because you like the comfort of being safe, because you're scared of rejection and scared that you might reach too far and not be able to grab what you want? I mean, fixing a ship is great, but like, at the end of the day, I mean, what are you gonna do if we all make it big and we're not on the ship anymore? Then you're left with a ship that is just your memories.
Okay.
Or, I mean, I guess I can find more philosophy at the end of this can, but I would just hate for you to do something because it feels safe and because you don't want something better for yourself because you don't feel you deserve it, because you do deserve it. You could be a engineer on a Class A ship.
No.
You could be a fleet engineer.
Fleet engineer? Oh, that's too clean. No. I don't know.
Head grease boy.
Head grease boy. Ugh. I don't know. I think it's the gap between, I understand this, but that gap between what I understand and what I don't understand, I'll never understand like you said, settling down, putting your feet up by the fire and just sitting. I don't understand it yet. So right now I guess I'm still looking for the perspective, and yes, I will admit to being a bit of a coward when it comes to Ray, but
I know but I knew it would make you feel better if I said it out loud. That was for you. As a little gift, a little thank you gift. But it was my fault. Why do you think it was your fault?
Because it was. I was there. It was my fault.
What was it about the olives? Like, did they say, get me olives, and you gave them the wrong kind? Like, what?
Well,
hear me out.
Yeah.
I love my company. I love the employees that I pay a salary.
Jerry's a good man.
He's a really good man. And I would love to love someone like that. But when you love something that dearly to your heart, a little fight or a little argument isn't going to make them love you any less. Maybe they're just waiting for you to reach out for the star and grab it. But until then, how about I turn the lights off, turn on the hologram projector on the ceiling, you drink that beer, and here's the controller player too.
Oh, god damn it. All right. Kick my ass 6 more times, but then I got stuff to do. Maybe
Yeah, sure.
You know what? All right, yeah.
All right. And the muted sound of less distressing gunshots can be heard around the room. All right. So that's everybody, right? the weeks have passed. Your first sign that you've entered the vicinity of Saguaro, the planet Saguaro, is passing an object, a former little space station, just a little mini one, kind of like a diner on a truck route, and it's clearly something has either rusted away or been scavenged on the inside of it, because it's crumpled up like a can, like the pressure of space has crumpled it up. The label SpaceX on the side, because it's been crumpled up enough, only reads spa, so it's colloquially called the spa. And there are like 5 or 6 just derelict little sad small craft hovering around it, kind of like piglets trying to nurse from like a dead sow, and little tiny movement going from ship to ship in a smooth kind of glide, almost like the ships had fleas that had learned how to dance. It's a strange sight. And as you're flying past this, Ray, you get a notice on your secure channel. And it says, "Good news.
Ray sits and stares at the screen and goes, "I thought I disconnected the connection. Dang it. Oh no. Okay, no, this is probably fine. Okay, just real quick." And opens it.
Project under review, anticipating favorable outcome.
I send a series of like, hooray, celebrate, love, support emojis, and then say bye. And then I terminate it this time. I go in and I make sure that I have signed out, that I've disconnected my remote access, that I've actually properly ended my connection. This is why I don't do this on the ship, because I forget, and then, okay, no, it's probably fine. And then I go out and I look for Jasper.
So as you're looking for Jasper, your ship is pulling into Saguaro City. The planet of Saguaro, many hundreds of years ago. Have any of you actually here players been to Saguaro National Forest? Oh, you all have to go. Giant cacti. Just massively giant, multiple stories tall. These were all transplanted, much of the flora and fauna, over to this planet when the environment was starting to erode and decay and they were starting to die off. But the soil of this planet supercharged the growth. So now the cacti are like skyscrapers with random curving branches across their torso and spikes that you could make into the prow of a ship or sew a giant's clothes with. You fly through a door cut out of the flesh of the cactus and sealed over with some kind of plastic kind of material. And everywhere you go, there's that slightly unevenness to the way that things are cut. And the characteristic of this as being a hollowed out cactus is pretty clear. Like there's a lot of like a large open space down the middle and then different branches where different things are located. You see sometimes it's very humid inside. You'll see little trickles of water come down the side and often surrounded by rocks and revered by the residents. You don't actually smell that like crisp vegetable smell, but you swear that you do, just the sight of it. And the ground also, probably it's not giving underneath your feet as if it were vegetable material, because you see that there's some kind of substance has been put over it, but you could swear that your feet just sink a little bit everywhere you go. The other two notable things about Saguaro City, one is that it is full of, like I said, flora and fauna got a lot bigger. Human-size tardigrades, or water bears. They are there amongst the people, gracefully walking. You see none of them speaking, but many of them walking around, working in shops, serving food, buying food, with no sound coming out of their voice. When you pass them, most of the time, there is a bit of an odd feeling, like your head starts to feel a little bit of pressure, like it's full of more than it should have. And then after a moment, that pressure relieves as if it's less full, and you can't tell whether it's returned to whatever fullness it should have or whether something has been taken out of it. And there is a kind and gentle gaze from each of them, very carefully, to each of you as you pass. Plenty of people as well. Several of them, do you know what a javelina is? It's a cutie little piggy. It's a cutie little piggy. Everyone should look it up. It's like a tan or gray, and it's got like fur and almost like a mane. And yeah, the javelina also have grown about to the size of horses. And while there are people who are going around on motorbikes and on foot, there's also a lot of people riding their little javelina around. You have the option to go to a number of places. I'll tell you the ones that are most readily apparent. There's another Nixer counter, always. There's a lounge that is currently advertising La Lady Dubois as the featured singer. There's a Warney Sony Idols memorabilia store with lots of bobbleheads. There's a restaurant called Mexicalifragilistics, which is Tex-Mex X fusion food, Tex-Mex and SpaceX food. There's a Lego store. There's a scent counter where you can pay to smell something nice. Your regular security offices, that kind of thing. There's also a U-Haul place spelled Y-O-U, where you can get Land Rovers to go out of the vicinity environs of Saguaro City itself. Those are your options for where you would go, although if you mention something else, I'm sure the city might have it. What do you all want to do?
Definitely have to hit the Tex-X Tex-Mix place.
Does it
The
come in a
food
packet?
place.
Does it though? Come in a packet?
Well, listen, you can't always be eaten out of a packet, but give it a try.
Well, I would love to.
I had you at a
I think
tomato,
I'm
you
gonna
owe me.
sell some cargo, so that we can buy some goods, some things that I promised, some replacement stuff. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna at least get one of our crates, probably the one I patched up, from a stray stun gun round. So I'll probably sell that and see what I can get my hands into and, what the market's looking like. I am sure there's plenty of things for us to see. Jasper, do we still have the list of missing persons?
Yeah, so I've been inputting them into my scanner. I think I want to just walk around and see if anything is coming up. I know we had been thinking that some of them had been coming here. And so you just see him going through his channels just to kind of be seeing if anything is popping up. So he's not really watching where he's going. So he's kind of got a hand on Ari's shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be wandering around to sell things. And, if they're putting them in crates to get them off, I mean, that might be a good avenue if you want to come with me. Ari, what do you want to do?
Low key, I want to check out that restaurant, but like, if I'm needed somewhere.
No, you do you. I'm sure what's the worst Jasper and I can get up to?
Oh, I don't like the answer to that
All
question.
right, I'll go with you guys.
No, go to the.
As you're talking about this, an ad comes on a big screen with like little shadow figures with big ears going Mexicagifragilistic. It'll never make your crew sick. And continues in a jingle like that.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it and be like, fuck.
Right. Listen to the
I'm gonna go
jackalope.
with
Let's
you
all
guys.
go get food first.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I can handle this. I can handle this. Jasper and I are capable. We can do this. We'll be in and out 10 minutes. You get the food. I'll give, well, I would give you money if I had money for food, but I will try some food.
It's fine. I'll get
when I get
food.
there.
What do we get? Like, just
Surprise
everything? I don't, I'll figure something out. Are you sure you're fine?
100%.
I'm gonna do
Absolutely
like
nothing
the
can go wrong while
dead
I'm
look
watching all
in
of
your
you.
eyes, Riley, and just.
I've got my coat. I've got my armor. I've got my cargo.
Do you remember how I taught you how to shoot?
Yes, I have the shotgun right here. And I almost press the button that makes the shotgun pop out of my coat. And then I've got it. And the pistol.
Don't worry, Ari. I have my weapon scanner with me, so if anybody has weapons around us, at least this time I'll be ready.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ranked silver in Call of Shooty.
Oh, shooty.
All right. You know what? Sometimes you gotta let them spread their wings, right? So,
Exactly. And maybe that should be a motto that we have. During code. Sometimes you gotta spread your wings.
I already regret saying it, but okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna head off to this restaurant.
All right. Let's start with Jasper and Riley. You're going together.
Yeah, so because we are in a new market for the first time, I'd like to ask one of the following questions.
Awesome.
Who is the biggest economic player here?
The biggest economic player. You would be surprised to find out, but you can sense it as you go past and just feel you can almost hear the metaphorical money clinking, like the credits transferring, that the memorabilia store for Warney Sony Idols is making banging bucks and has official sponsorship from that faction.
Jasper, I think they're where the money goes. And if you follow the money, you follow the problems. More money, more problems. Remember that.
Yeah!
I think we can offload our cargo there, probably sell for a pretty penny, and maybe get some information. Your thoughts?
You see Jasper kind of sweat a little bit. Jasper tends to keep it pretty cool. I think that's a great idea.
Do you want to wait outside? Or do you want to go in?
Nope. I told Ari I'd go with you. I'll be there.
I knew I could count on you. Let's go in, and I will offer it on the crook of an arm. Because I know you're looking at your visor.
All right, in you go. And you find, working behind the counter, a skinny, middle-aged man, kind of unkept hair, very energetic in the way that he moves his body, almost like he's electrocuted all the time. And then a very peaceful blue water bear who is walking around stocking the shelves. Right? You'll notice that there are all sorts of memorabilia being sold there, but their featured memorabilia is something they're calling gifts. It's a box that when you press a button, a little avatar comes up and says something like a catch line from a famous idol or streamer. And the tardigrade ignores you as you head up to the counter. What do you say to Barthus?
Hi.
Sorry, Balthus.
Good afternoon. Working hard or hardly?
Why? I always working hard. Always working hard. I mean, look at all of the things that I have to sell. And I am looking for some rare items.
Well, I am always looking to sell as well. Just got in the station with some specialty items that I'm looking to offload.
What specialty items do you have?
Well, I have specialty items from Station 3R.
I'm not aware of any idols from a place like that.
Not idols, but agricultural goods.
Agricultural goods. Okay, what is it that you want me to give you for agricultural goods?
Well, I just like to trade it for some information, actually.
Oh, well, tell me a little bit more about the information you want.
Well, I'm looking for, some details on the station of where goods from 3R typically would have come in if they'd been traveling this way. These were some excess quantity goods that I was given my leisure to, utilize. But, I like to visit our suppliers, and I like to visit our supply lines when I'm in town. So I really wanted to just know where they would come through so I can say hi, see how things are going.
What company?
Oh, formerly SpaceX, Journey Corps.
All right.
Currently.
And Journey Corps is carrying cargo from 3R.
Ooh, would I know who would have carried it from my chats prior?
Which one are you talking about? The one that you left behind or the ones that you have?
The ones that were being shipped out prior that we thought were the smuggling lines.
Right. Okay. No, they were the Nixers. They were being shipped through the Nixers.
Okay. It would have been shipped through the Nixers. For the last batch.
You're talking about cargo coming here for the Nixers?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think you want that information. You seem like a nice guy, so I'm just going to let you know I don't think you want that information. I think you should just have a nice time here on the station.
I might. Jasper kind of looks shy for something like, I might have something that you might want for this information. And he's going to pull out. He's going to pull out a hollow card. He's going to say, "This is a signed card by the Streamin' Legion VTuber, Mika Angelo. He had 473 trillion followers."
Not bad. Not bad.
It's the only one in existence.
You get a pointed look. And I'm going to say I want you to face adversity. I think you can do it with influence.
Ooh, that is a 10.
Right. There's a shadow of like something weird here goes across his face, but then dissipates. He looks at the card. Tell me what you want. Info on where their cargo goes. They have some kind of fortress isn't quite the right word. There's some kind of compound down in the roots. Oof, far from the city limits.
You know how we get there?
Well, usually you'd have to go by land. The routes are pretty difficult to navigate, full of a lot of water, a lot of people who want to steal your shit, a lot of people who just want to beat you up for the fun of it. So usually people would access it from the surface. It is well guarded. We don't go there. Everyone here knows we don't go there.
I appreciate your time. Do you have a hollow thingamajig thing that says the thing?
A hollow thing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The sea tuber?
The sea tuber.
The hologram streamy things? The video?
Are you perhaps trying to buy something for a nephew or niece or someone a lot younger than you?
Yeah!
Jasper is physically cringing right now. He's in so much physical pain from listening.
Why don't I suggest to you? And he pushes over essentially a Mickey Mouse bobblehead that is marked up so high. This is clearly the, I know I have a rube at my desk.
Oh, that's really cool. Sadly, I'll have to come back. Have a wonderful day. And Riley does the I forgot my wallet. Because Riley has no money. It's all liquid assets. And he just immediately leaves.
Literally liquid assets. Literally.
Liquid assets.
Literally. All right. As you walk out, Jasper, I would like you to face adversity one more time. And I think you can either use cleverness, expertise, or influence, the force of your presence. You pass a tardigrade and feel that mind filling the assistant stocking shelves.
Oh, that's bad. I rolled 2 ones. So if I use expertise, it's a 4.
When that pressure is relieved, you know that something has been communicated to this tardigrade. But it just keeps stocking the shelves.
He's going to turn to Riley. We don't talk about that, right?
About what?
Great, perfect.
All right. As you leave the store, I want to check in.
Confused.
As you leave the store, I want to check in. We have Ari and Raylan going to Mexicalifragilistic. No, who's going where?
I'm going to Mexicalifragilistic.
Okay. And where are the rest of you going?
Same.
Okay. And where's Ray going?
Ray wanted to see what the medical condition of this planet is and if they might need a free clinic to pop up.
Interesting. Okay. I think we should take our break here, and then we will start with those 2 spaces. Is everyone okay with that? All right. We will be back in, how about 10 minutes? 10 is good? All right. We'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody. Thank you for watching us so far. I'm excited to see what happens in the second half of our episode today. Bye. Yay. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to us. I'm so excited. Okay. We are turning our attention now to Mexicalifragilistic, which I have been informed by my players should also be Texpialidocious. So the entire name of the restaurant is Mexicalifragilistic Texpialidocious. It has little they're little almost like shadow puppet cutouts on the walls of like a strange animal with giant round ears, and another one with like a big nose and a tail, but standing on its hind legs. There's what appears to be some kind of waterfowl, just cut out, put on the walls, and you can see that this is a subsidiary of Warney. So Warner's and Disney merged. And the menu, it's like very like shiny plastic booths all around. Like you can smell like citrus as if it's like constantly cleaned. And in fact, you see like a tardigrade who's just going around and cleaning everything, almost cleaning while people are still eating, just hovering as soon as they leave, cleans it up. And at the counter where you order, on the menu, you have a couple of things. Some of the most notable ones are space tacos, which are tacos with powdered milk instead of cheese, chipotle aioli, and there's like a seafood meat is what they call it, which means it's seafood tasting meat from wherever the hell they are in the galaxy when they're making the taco. There's also cactus fries, which are in like a nice little shape of 3 circles. And there are overcooked, overpriced churros with too much cinnamon. So those are the main options. And there's, a kind of bored young kid behind the counter having an argument with a young lady, maybe mid-20s, long dark hair, so kind of sallow looking, like someone who's not been on a planet out in the sun for a very, very long time, holding, of all things, like a piece of paper, not something that you see all that much, a stack of papers, and she's saying to the guy, could you please you can tape it onto the wall, or you can put it somewhere like under the cashiers, somewhere like on a booth even. I will. And like the guy looks at the tardigrade and is like, come on, do you think my boss is going to let you do that? Look at how we keep this place, okay? Look at how we keep this place. He's not going to but please, I need this. Come on, help me. I need to find him. Nobody hears him.
What's going on?
Marcus, my brother, Marcus. Look, and she'll show you a picture, just like a happy-go-lucky looking guy with dark skin, black curly hair, really piercing eyes, and a joyful smile. She's like, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in months and months. I don't know what happened to him. I think something really bad has happened to him, and I traced him here.
Here.
I think he's here.
Okay, how did you trace him here? Maybe we can help?
When he started to get involved with that, I whispered that, so for people listening, she said cult, but quietly. My family had him chipped.
Yeah, I can't imagine being chipped.
The chip worked right up until he got to this city, and then it stopped working. So I know he's here somewhere. Hopefully, it was a few weeks ago. They wouldn't have moved him on.
Okay. Well, did you get a location in the city or something about when it went off?
Chip stopped working right around the time that they came to the port in the city.
In the port, all right. So maybe.
I know he's alive. I mean, if he was just dead, the chip would still be transmitting. So something happened to the chip, so that probably means he's alive, right? That means he's alive. That means he's alive. That's right. No, exactly. If he's
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
yeah,
he's here.
Aria's gonna grab the paper.
Okay.
And sorry. This is. It seems intense here. And I'm gonna look at it, and then also, can I possibly have Red to take a gander at it and see if they can analyze anything from that?
Yeah, sure. You can go ahead and roll. I know the name of it, and I forgot. You can roll assessment, and you can roll it with expertise or interface. I think we'll do interface if it's red.
Okay. That is 8.
8. Subject has been in city environs. Jasper better at tracking him, I think. And he looks a little bit deflated by that.
I'm gonna be like,
Don't tell. Please don't tell Jasper. And he looks over at Orin. Please don't tell Jasper.
No, of course not, Red. Of course not.
I'm just gonna like pat it. It's okay. It's, you know what, it
It
I might do
leans in and folds its head just in a little bit to fit your hand a bit better.
Right. Okay, go in my pocket. Go in my pocket.
It folds up and you hear a ah.
And
Place like home.
I'm gonna. Orin, did you hear that? Didn't really help, but
Yeah. Well, they know there's something. They've been here at least, but yeah, I guess we need to find Jasper.
Are you gonna find who's? I don't know who is Jasper missing
Sorry.
too? What do you?
No, Jasper's our friend. He's pretty amazing when it comes to, well, all forms of computer security and cameras. and
he's
things like
all
that, so-
right.
Sorry, he's the best I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. So,
Okay, maybe we don't give all away our cards here at the moment. Let's just hold on, maybe.
You see, there's
Okay.
this surge of hope, and then quickly followed by fear and paranoia.
yeah, he makes me feel the same way. I get it. But we're gonna see if they're here and there's a camera relate that is pointed at them in the last since this place was built. Jasper might be able to find it, but I will have to pay him off with a delicious meal. So we're gonna order some food.
Oh, if you want it. Oh, you know what? Yes, delicious. It's a delicious meal. Mhm. Okay. I'm gonna go put the papers up in some other places, and I'll meet you back.
Right. Where'd you come across paper anyway?
Oh, we have it all over where I come from.
Sounds
Yeah,
nice.
we have trees.
Wow. Well, all right.
I don't know why anyone would want to leave. So
That
I don't
lure
know.
of time that they use so well, getting people's heads. But
So is there a
Snap out of
bar
it, I
here,
promise.
or
oh yeah, you can have margaritas here. They think.
fantastic?
And the
I
kid
would-
is like, yeah, you can have margaritas. That's my job. Yeah, you can have the margaritas. And
Yeah.
their mixes. Then we put milk powder in them.
Can you get, a little extra added of something? You know what I mean? Or
Yeah. Total. Yeah, absolutely.
fantastic. We will have 4 of those, and my colleague and I are going to discuss your situation and look over the menu because I think I'm gonna get a to-go order. But I'm just not ready yet. So
All right. It's an important decision. You do your thinking.
thank you.
Yeah.
Are there flavors, or is it just?
It's,
we have it without the milk.
well, it's already mixed in. More efficient that way,
It's a pina colada that you know what? I'm not gonna.
No, I meant this. No, it's it's a mix. I can put some extra in it. I can put extra in, but I can't take out.
Orin,
She asked
remember
for
your
extra.
sense of adventure. Remember that.
She asked for extra, so
No,
gonna
I did
do
not.
Remember
extra.
Beetlejuice?
I guess I'm trying extra.
I sense that there's some conflict here, so I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna start working on your order.
No hesitation on mine, but
I wanna, before we come back to our 2 pairs, I wanna go to Ray. Ray, what are you up to?
So I had wanted to look. So we land and we get set up or whatever. I want to go to a public terminal type thing to access the local intranet as a guest user or whatever. And I want to look up what the sort of health and medical on this particular installation location is and see if they would be very like benefiting from having a free clinic pop up, because I run free clinics on the places that seem like they need it, but this place seems like it might not need it. It seems really nice, so I'm gonna check instead of just like set up. I'm gonna check.
All right. I want you to roll with interface.
Oh. Okay.
Roll assessment with interface. Unless you're asking around.
Rolled a 1 on one dice, a 1 on another dice, and then I hit a native 1, so...
Yeah, you got no fucking clue. You got no fucking clue.
I got distracted by like the brochure, the travel log stuff.
No, yeah, you got no fucking clue. You do see like 1 or 2 people in scrubs. So that might just be the fashion though. You're not clear.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm just gonna look around. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of like homeless people that does it, or people that are like hiding in alleys or in the back areas.
At least this area of the city seems like a place where people take pretty good care of one another. And in fact, you get the sense like the tardigrades are created by them so the tardigrades aren't essentially like indigenous any more than the humans are. Right. They've both evolved in this environment together and do tend to seem to have a pretty caring mutual relationship. So at least in this area of the city, it's not like everything's perfect, but people are caring for each other.
I'm gonna eyeball the tardigrade as one walks by. Just be like, I don't know about that thing, but everything here seems okay. So then I'm gonna go to like, you'd said there was like a lounge or something, I think, where maybe I might be able to access.
Where there's a singer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's right. Would there be like a terminal I could access there with a little bit more privacy at a booth?
Do that. In fact, it's the kind of place that people go to specifically to have like privacy. Not with any like bad implications, so to speak, but it's just a place where you go when you want to get away from the city bluster. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get set up into a booth or whatever, and I'll order like sparkling apple juice and just kind of get myself set up with a terminal, and I'm gonna do my login, my secure login, because I am now on Planet Connection, and Jasper can't freaking track this, as far as I'm aware. So I'm gonna secure login. You just dared him. And I'm gonna log in, and I'm gonna open up my connection to my mom again, and be like, okay, it's been a couple days. Is there an update? So first, let me paint the scene here. It's called El Coyote Lounge. And it's got a lot of like javelina art. Like you've got like a little wooden javelina on your table, and it's very sweet. And there is, for real, a piano being played by a being played by a tardigrade with all 6 hands, so it sounds like multiple pianos. That's so cool. And a woman in, a red vampy dress, fully lounging on the piano, singing in some tongue you don't recognize. Right. It is an odd environment indeed to be making this contact. Say again what it is that you wrote. I'm gonna send to my mom. Okay, it's been a few days. Do you have an update? Deliberations ongoing. Signs look very positive. Prepare for extraction. Wait. No. Wait. But... And like she's getting them in like single statements. Just wait, no. You get a question mark. What'll happen? What do you mean, what will happen? I mean, the plan was changed, right? I've been showing you this other way could maybe work better. Yes.
Shouldn't I maybe follow that through to the end success point? Question mark?
We have enough data to support that we can do what we have set out to do. What would you suggest we tell them has not been done?
And I think Ray just sits there and stares at the screen for a really long time. Like, there's the ... so she starts to type and then she deletes it. She starts to type and she deletes it. And then I think she just types, okay.
I thought so.
And then she closes the messaging and looks at her drink and goes, hey, can I get a shot of whiskey in this, please?
And the bartender comes up and is like, having that kind of day, huh? Pour some whiskey into your drink.
Apple juice whiskey combo, just go, 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 go.
Do you need someone to talk to? I'm right here.
Oh, you know. Family struggles, gotta make parents proud, helped them do something really cool, but now it's over. I don't know what that means anymore, for it to be over. I don't know what it means now that it's gonna be over. I mean, I guess it'll probably be good. It'll probably be better.
Making your parents proud, not the only goal in the world to accomplish.
No, but... Kinda miss them. As longest I've been away. And like... I can't keep this up. I can't keep this up. It has to end.
You look a little burned out.
Yeah, well. I've been trying to pay my dues back and just gonna have to work with what I've managed so far.
Why? You're a doctor. I'm sure you pay your dues back.
Pre-med.
Easy.
I am pre-med. I didn't...
Oh, I'm
Look,
sorry.
Give me another whiskey.
Okay. He gives you another whiskey and kind of keeps his distance unless you approach.
Yeah, I think that Ray's probably gonna sit there and listen to the music and nurse the second whiskey a little bit and just kind of sit in some solitude for a little bit. This planet visit didn't go as she expected.
Right. Apologies. Let's go back to Riley and Jasper. What are you up to as you leave the memorabilia store?
Where would you like to go, Jasper? You are muted.
Jasper is kind of thinking, it's like, we do have some solid evidence about what's going on, but I don't know if it's the best thing to do without our friends.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, we could go in there, the two of us, but I don't think, when they say there's people that are going to beat you up for fun, it does not imply confidence.
That sounds like an Ari thing.
Yeah, you know what would be even better? Now, hear me out, and this doesn't leave us. Did you hear the level of disdain for those people down below? In their fucking voice?
Unfortunately, it's not something I am unused to hearing from those people.
I mean, that's like Raylan's whole thing, is like helping the people who need it. And here you're up. These are the bougiest people here.
Have you ever?
No wonder they want to punch people.
Have you ever met anybody representing the Sony idol or Warning idols before?
Oh no.
There's a reason why people think that many of them are androids. The idol industry is full of, you always have to look a certain way and be a certain way, act a certain way, and if you don't fit into the mold, you're forced into the mold.
Well, that seems dumb to me. If everyone is the same, then no one is unique, and if no one's unique, then nothing matters.
And yet they make so much money.
Yeah, I mean, money does achieve a lot of things, but I don't think you should compromise your dreams and what you hope to achieve just to be profitable.
Coming from you?
I mean, ideally, you get both. I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
I don't disagree with you. I've spent a lot of time in that world, and people think that it's all about the money, the fame, the excitement, but it really does erase your identity.
Well, what do you think? I don't care what other people think. They're not you.
I think it's easy to be blinded by the lights and by the camera, but having the freedom to be you, to be me, is way more profitable.
Hey, you still have that credit chip, right?
Yes.
Have you ever wanted to just ludicrously take a gamble on something
I'm not.
with someone else's money?
Well, I'm not much one for gambling, but I use other people's money all the time. So what are we doing?
Oh, I mean, I bet, they're in a city this big, there's got to be something that's profitable enough for us to, buy and turn a quick profit on.
I like it. I like it. What are you suggesting?
Well, and I'll motion to the array of businesses. Pick a business. Any of them.
He's going to take a look around. Are there any, businesses of interest around them?
We've got a Lego store. We've got a scent counter. We have a Nix counter. There's a public spa. There's security. Let's see. There's Mexicalifragilisticexpialidocious. There's the memorabilia shop, which I don't recommend. There's the lounge.
I feel like there's a lot of money that goes through Lego. A lot of money that goes through Lego. And a lot of people who will buy Lego, especially if you are able to buy enough of it that it becomes scarce.
So what I'm hearing is we buy all the stock of a specific bit until it's so rare that we set our own price.
Lost your sound. I lost your sound. Did anybody else?
I heard Riley.
Hi. Hello.
Now I hear you. That was weird. For like a second, I couldn't hear you. Please continue. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so we create some artificial scarcity, we jack the price up, quick sell, turn around a profit.
I could probably hack into their systems and make it seem like it's even worse than they imagine. If I can copy our sale into sales at other stores, that's scarcity in different areas. At least those people who shop on Spaceline.
Hey, I like it. Let's gamble.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna look at what rolls this would look at. You were gonna do something else though, Jasper. Sorry.
Oh no. He was just like, he's like, pulls out his old computer. He's like, just like typing into things like, what is the most, like just checking out like what's selling the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is 2 rolls. One would be get involved, which in this case would be essentially what you would do for access. So it would be get involved plus with interface in order to get the money to do an acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, unless we were going to use the macaroni's money, which we can use once per every planet.
That's true.
Oh, that's
but
right.
if you want to be able to create you can use that to buy things, but you want to be able to actually create a ship-wide shortage.
That's true.
Then we want the. Okay, so we don't even need the acquisition. We just need an access roll with interface.
Okay, so I rolled an 8 plus 2, so 10.
Awesome. Access granted. The system is now open to interface-based moves. And I'm just going to say, what is the move that you want to do? What do you want to do with this computer now open to you? You can get into the stock and inventory of every business on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Except one.
Oh.
The Nix counter doesn't seem to be accessible through the system. It's encrypted in a different way.
Alrighty. So Jasper's going through it, and would this kind of be like a sabotage sort of thing? Because he's got the skill sabotage.
Yeah, you're sabotaging the economy of this city.
Sure.
I feel like yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Okay. Yeah. So he's going in, and he's like really quickly. You just see his hands. His hands are flying across his little thing, and he's just going like ship to ship, shipment to shipment, just being like, this is gone, this. And he's going to stop for a second, and he's like, I can't get in? What do you mean I can't get in?
Get into what?
Which ship? What was the ship called? The
Nix.
Well, it was the Nix counter. You can't get into the Nix counter or any ship that's supplying it. Yeah.
It's like, I can't get into the Nix counter. I mean, we knew they were shady, but the fact that I can't get in at all.
I mean, I think that pretty much confirms that they're the goods purveyor we've been looking for, would be my guess. I wouldn't expect a logistics company to have their own security and own encryption, though. That's juicy.
We're gonna put a tab on that one because that's gonna be my next project. And then he's gonna see like the warning supplier, and he's gonna be like, and that card is going to be sent to our ship.
What is it that you create a shortage on the station?
What Lego are we doing?
Ooh, let's do the Millennium Falcon Lego.
The Millennium
hell yeah.
Falcons Lego, love it.
Although now it's called the Millennium's Falcon. Yes.
Yeah.
So all of the Millennium Falcons Lego sets are mysteriously vanishing.
And I will give you, like, as a sort of extra Benny, because it was such a good roll, that You're actually going to pass a few like little news bits up on screens about like how there's such a shortage of them and they are the gift of the season, so that there is a rush on Millennium's Falcon Lego sets.
Riley, you're the one that sells things. What's good wording for this?
Let's see. Nostalgia hit.
You would use it.
Fly into the lands of beyond with the greatest and most rare set available. And before you post it, we should buy all the ones they have.
Can I interject? Riley, this is a great time to brand it with Journey Core. And I'm done.
You're right! Journey Core! Presenting the Millennium's Falcon reboot.
Love it, love it. So Jasper is just like typing this all out, sending it to different news stations.
And while he's doing that, I am buying up all the ones before they recognize that there's a scarcity that they have in stock.
So what you see up on the screens right before you get the interference in is a really tough guy, you know, with a lot of laser cannons strapped to his back, like running across a field and jumping into a starship. And it goes, Dick Nixon, Nick Nixer. And you can tell he's a bounty hunter. And there's, and then it kind of changes and a person at a desk starts talking about a strange run on a certain kind of Lego set, very rare and precious, so I've heard, and the gift of the season. And like you, whether it's stock footage that they put in there in order to upsell something or what, like you see pictures of parents like fighting each other to get something off of the shelf. And like tardigrade's sort of standing by like, what? And yeah, it's now all over the news, and you even hear a couple of people, oh wow, we should really get to the store. Very successful. All right, now as that caper continues, let's return to Ari and Orin at Mexicalifragilisticexpialidocious. Every time I say that, I feel like I need to get a point, like I get a GM point and I'm gonna level up every time I say that, right? My experience points. All right, you two, what's up?
You're right. 4 is the perfect amount of margaritas. They're just so good. The milk,
They're so full of milk powder. They are so full of milk powder.
Yeah, you taste it after the second one.
Right? It's...
Yeah, you know, gotta be adventurous, like you said. That's the name of the game, right? What's the name of your game? What game are you playing?
You know... Ari is gonna just kind of sit and be like a little awkward for a second. She's just kind of like pushing back like her fork and twirling stuff, and
I think I get it. You love her too. It's funny.
and then I'm gonna be like, what, dude, like, what's your fucking deal, man? Like,
that's what I was. Which deal? It's like 4.
you know, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna tell you some things. I'm gonna just, you know.
Yeah. Preach.
So, like, are you like still in love with Ray? And don't bullshit me, because I know if I'm being bullshitted.
No, I wouldn't drop any cow pats on you. No. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
so then,
supposed
like,
to be cagey about it. I'm tired of being cagey about it. Apparently, I'm not very good at hiding it anyway, so. Well, I'm sorry, you were saying.
I'm just like, I'm a little pissed at you. Because, I mean, man, fuck you for bringing it up, alright? Look, I'm pissed at you because you went and fucked everything up.
That makes
And
two
I
of
was
us.
rooting for you.
4 of us?
Look,
Yeah.
Ray is like
I know, right?
Ray, dude. But like, you and I get her on different levels. But before you came along, like, I felt like Ray was my best friend. I don't know. It just felt like
You had a
I could talk to
compadre
her about
friend.
anything, and like I used to be able to make her laugh, dude. And then you came and like, at first I was like, I don't know about this fucking guy, but you seemed to make her happy. And then, hold on, wait, hold on, 1 second.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's so milky. God damn. Ugh.
Oh, it hurts so good.
How do we get my fucking calcium from this? Ugh.
The bones are strong. Anyway, look. You seemed to make her happy, and that made me happy, and I was fine to back away. But then everything changed. Like, you fucked it all up. You did something. Everything went nuts when you did your bullshit.
Yeah.
And then ever since that happened, it's like I totally lost Ray. I can't do anything. I can't make her laugh. I can't do it. Like, I lost my fucking friend.
I haven't seen her show any strong emotions since becoming reacquainted. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if I'm that important to her. I think there's something else maybe happened.
I
But if it
think
was
you
me, I
mean more
promise
than
I
you
will-
know. I think you mean more than you know.
I got used to, but I gotta work my way back to even. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck up everything. It's just when you're looking at all the things you want to do and all the little time that you have to do it and how long it's even going to take to become stable, let alone get to the point where you can reach for those dreams. All of a sudden somebody's like, hey, we could give you all the time you need so you can finally get there, and you don't have to worry about when you get there how much time is left, and you can just not be chasing everything all the time. And then I realized that I like chasing things, and I was just a little late on that, and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to mess up anything for anybody. I always kind of thought that once you go your own way and, you know, people go theirs and everybody just kind of moves on. But when you fuck it up that badly, you gotta go back and fix it. And I'm working. And I'm trying. And I'm so sorry. You deserve your best friend in the world because you are the best friend in the world. I've watched you go around the ship and everybody, and I mean everybody, you find out those little things that they want. You find the big things that they want. And you're just like, oh, I have it here. I found that just happenstance. And you watch over and you pretend like you're not interested. And oh, you gonna call me out, but I'm gonna call you out. All right, okay, I got the rules now. I will go. You know what? Gee.
Hold on.
To those rules, I could. That's good.
For the rules, fuck them.
Fuck 'em. Oh,
Look.
where?
Right here. Hold on. You're moving, or am I moving? Like,
I think we're both a little wavery at this point. Let me just. He takes out a little pen and then puts a dot on your forehead. There we go.
just like 10 and 2 or whatever they say, right?
Puts a dot on his forehead. There you go.
Yeah, so look. I don't. If you are still serious about Ray, I want to help you. Because I want her to be happy, and I don't even give a fuck if I can't make her happy anymore. I just want to see her happy, not this lifeless thing in front of me anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna pump you
that's-
up, man. I'm gonna make you look good.
Good luck. I mean, thank you. I do actually really appreciate it. But,
But we gotta get some food though, because I
shit,
think
we're gonna bring people food. Yeah. Oh god.
we might be a little fucked.
Hold on. And he like erases the dot on your forehead. I'm never know now. It's all good.
A whole slew of space tacos are brought to your table, and Riley and Jasper, my understanding is you were going to reconverge. So around this time you reconverged me. You might come in to see Oren wiping something off of Ari's forehead. And Ray, what are you doing at the end of this conversation? Did I lose sound and nobody else?
Have it either.
Yeah. Nope.
Is that better?
Yes. You're back.
Reset after big things. Yeah, so I think Ray has had a couple more drinks. Just kind of sat there with the music, with the silence. That was contradictory. But the like solitude, that's the word I wanted. And just kind of thought through some things, just thinking. And then got up and sort of made her way out of the lounge. It's still daytime, and that was a shock. And she's like doing the like, oh god, bright lights. Why is the sun so bright? Thing as she's like going down the street, and catches the glimpse of, I'm gonna say, Riley and Jasper going into the Mexicalifragilisticexpialidocious, and is like, yeah, I guess make the most of it while I've got it, and just kind of follows in behind them. So I'm gonna also like reconverge with everyone.
Yeah.
Make it easy on ya.
So,
So Riley comes up behind both Ray comes up behind Riley and Jasper, and you just smell smoke and alcohol. Like a wave kind of passes over you as she kind of steps.
And a little bit of grease, just a little bit of grease. Yeah.
Jasper, since he keeps track of everyone, he's like, so how was booth 3B, column 6 of the lounge?
So hard?
He does that because it's his safety net. He cares. He tracks because he cares. It's, if he doesn't track people he doesn't care about. He does it because he wants us to feel safe knowing that somebody's watching. Because when he was, no, I promised I wouldn't say that part out loud.
Jasper's just staring. Like, yeah, he cares, period.
well, seems like we missed a happy hour. But
The happiest.
good news. You know, Jasper and I didn't get shot, didn't get stabbed, didn't flow pesticides into the water of this planet, or anything like that. In fact, what we did was we found, one, a lead to where these individuals are being smuggled. Two, may have made a quick buck. Three, found a bunch of people in desperate need, most likely, of medical attention that are being ignored.
Ray has like reached over and spotted a box of churros and has taken one and is eating it. And when you say that, Ray goes, "Nah, I looked. They've got good medical here." Nom nom.
Did you look outside of the strip, down on the floor? Because apparently there's a bunch of people that are there that raid and loot and murder each other and will totally fight people. Something about a fortress. That sounds a lot like people that have been neglected to me. Especially if they're getting in fights. I mean,
I show him the thing.
Ray's gonna turn to Ari and go, "I don't know what Riley's talking about."
Ari is gonna wrap her arm around Riley and like mess with his face and be like, "Look at how cute he is when he says words."
oh yeah. Anyways,
that is things.
This is when you notice that the young lady with the stack of missing persons flyers is standing behind you with a little bit of like a, "Oh, I was going to trust these people?"
Oh,
on her
hi.
face.
Sorry, I didn't see. That's a lot of paper.
I'm looking.
Tree planet.
I'm looking for my brother, Marcus.
Mark, I am so very sorry that you are missing your brother.
They said they could maybe help me, so I was hoping.
Jasper,
Do you mind if I
Jasper,
take a
do
look
the
at one of
thing.
those flyers?
Wait, here you go. All of you can have one. A lot of these places they won't put them up. Here.
Jasper, where is Jasper?
there. Grabs your head, points it at Jasper.
Spin Ari.
Jasper, stop moving. God. Jasper.
He's like, I'm standing perfectly still.
Jasper, the thing that hides in my pocket, the color red, said that you would know better than him, and he's very upset.
You're supposed to say
That-
that part.
Don't trust me. Red is very upset about this, but you would know better than him. So that's about all I know.
That's a win in my book.
You're welcome.
So he's looking at the paper. He's like, I haven't seen paper in a really long time. Can you look at
It's
us?
very scarce.
I can give you the information about his chip. He was chipped, and then it stopped working when he got here to the city. We followed him all over the galaxy, all the way from Coriolis, and
Well, ma'am, you can count on me and my friends here to look into this personally.
She looks at Oren and Ari when you say that, and looks like she's about to cry.
You can count on me
No,
and my associate here. And I
Ray
point to
pushes you away.
Jasper.
Ray pushes you away and like kneels down in front of this young adult child person, and goes, "Honey, hey."
Lost your sound.
Tell me your name.
My name. My name is Annie.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Honey.
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
Nope, there you go. You're back.
Hold
we're
on.
going.
Annie's just silently crying. Well,
What? I almost said, Annie, are you okay?
All right.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hopefully this stays. I don't know what has happened to make my mic unstable. I'm so sorry. Right, so Ray says, Annie, what is your brother's name?
Marcus. His name's Marcus.
And this is Marcus in the picture?
Yeah, that's my brother. They sucked him in. They sucked him in, and I don't know what they did to him, and I don't know why. We thought we kept a relationship with him. We thought he would tell us if he was going to go anywhere, and then he just left.
Who's they? Who do you think sucked him in?
Yes, that. She looks around like that horrible cult on Coriolis, the ones that try to do strange things to your body. They did something to his body, and it just he wouldn't even show us most of his arm after a while, and it just we took the advice of all the professionals. We didn't tell them that it was bad and wrong. We just told him that we were there for him, and he decided to leave, and he did leave, but he didn't come back to us, I guess.
Yeah, Ray glances over at Orin and then back to Annie and says, and you're not from here?
Oh, no, I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Orion.
But you know that your brother came here.
We traced his tracker here. I know he was here. I know he was here. I was hoping somebody could maybe see if there are cameras or anything that would show him being here. I don't know.
Yeah, Ray's gonna look up at Jasper real quick and kind of make a head nod at him, and then back to Anna and say, okay, do you happen to know what, you said you used a tracker, you traced him? Do you happen to know what one it was?
Here, and she pulls out like a data pad that has the information, and actually she plays something that shows sort of the history of the tracker traveling from Coriolis out to this planet.
Ray's gonna move that right over to Jasper's hands.
Yeah, Jasper just grabs it from you. He's like, and I'm gonna take that.
Yep.
Jasper, why don't you roll with interface?
I rolled double 4s, so that's an 8, so a 10.
All right. The system's now open to interface-based moves. What would you like to do with the system that is now at your fingertips?
All right.
Also, by the way, you do see in the system that Millennium's Falcon are now running for something along the lines of 5 cargo each.
He's just
How
gonna
many do we have currently?
I don't know. roll a d6 twice.
1 and what's the cock? 1 and 4, so 5.
You have 5 Millennium's Falcon. Okay.
25 cargo.
He's gonna look over to Riley real quick, and he's like,
There's
his
just
eyebrows are
dollar signs. Riley's like, I'll be right back.
He's gonna start pretty simple. He's gonna check. He's gonna get into the surveillance cameras of the surrounding stores, everything that's outside, everything that's inside, of the cargo bays, ships coming in, ships coming out. He's gonna just he's gonna use the little tracker to kind of get time and day, narrow it down. So he's just kind of checking out the cameras really quickly. He's just got a screen, multiple screens up in front of him. He's just kind of going through multiple at once.
What you see a couple of things. First, you see the moment that Marcus disembarks at the port. He walks out, thin, alone, glancing around afraid, and 2 tardigrades come up to him, very, very gently put their arms around his shoulders and his side, and help move him. one of them very, very carefully, and he flinches a little bit, and you can see that the tardigrade is looking him in the eye as if communicating to him when he does this, and pulls out a chip and puts it down on the ground, and Marcus steps on it. And they help move him into an elevator that takes him, and you don't see any cameras while that in the elevator, but you do see him exiting the elevator in the deep roots of the tree, of the cactus, and walking with the tardigrades. Those cameras, there's not a lot down there. A lot of things go on in the dark, literally or metaphorically, but the last thing that you do see on the camera is sort of hanging on like a little bit of an outcrop in the root, and pausing to interface with the tardigrades is a Nekatiti. The Nekatiti seems to gesture, and the tardigrades and Marcus move along. And that's the last image that you can get of him. He appears not to have been in front of cameras since then.
Are the Nekatiti also huge? Okay, just checking.
Nope. Good question. Nope.
Okay.
It's like a little crab guy on an outcrop going.
Okay.
I have good news, and I have not so good news.
Okay.
I was able to hack into the cameras. That's the good news. And the bad news is that he's gone.
What do you mean gone? Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? When you say gone, what do you mean? You need to define that. What do you mean when you say he's gone?
Off the grid? The tardigrades took him off the ship, took out the chip that your family had placed in him, and he's going to look over at Ari and be like, do not do that. Took out the chip that was in him, they stepped on it, and they took him down below.
But so you just lost trace of him? You just...
Yes.
Jasper, that's not gone. I understand that you're very dependent on technology, but there are other ways to track people, Jasper.
Swesh is pre-med.
So
I'm just gonna go like.
She's gonna squint.
So I guess I'm going down to the roots. I'm going down the roots. Thank you so much. I'm gonna
Hold
go.
on. I'm gonna
No.
hold her.
Nope.
Like I've been kind of like giving her a little bit of comforting hugness. I'm gonna like not let her leave just yet.
What else can I do? What else can I? We don't have any more information. I'm gonna go down and find him. I have to find him. I don't know what they're doing down there.
If you go down there and you get hurt or injured, then no one can help him. We need you up here, reminding people he's missing while we look into this.
If you got hurt, Riley would feel really bad.
And Riley's such a good guy.
Oh, I would feel
Preach.
so terribly bad.
You're gonna go like this? And she points to.
Hold on, I
Or-
gotta think. There we go. And it's this like, it looks like it starts out small and he pulls it and he expands it into a mask and it just goes. There's like this little flash of light. Oh, there we go. All right, hold still, all right.
What?
Wait,
Hold-
Ray, have you been? Do you need to sober?
Nope, I don't let you do it.
That's how I know you've been drinking. All right.
And Jasper and I could smell it, right?
Oh.
Yep, you guys
Yeah.
could smell me.
Stinky.
Yeah, he just sobered up enough to realize that.
Yeah, I think Ray turns to Anna and says, "When was the last time you had a decent meal?"
Oh, I don't know. I can't even remember. I've been living off nutrition bars and paste.
See, I'm not the only one.
I'm gonna reach into the bag of tacos we have, and I'm gonna hand her a box of the tacos. I'm like, this is a start. You're gonna get some solid food in you, and then we're also gonna make sure that you're hydrated. I'm going to like look around for some water, just pull out my own bottle because I couldn't find one.
That works. So she starts drinking. She starts eating the taco, and there is one moment where she sort of mumbles, "So milky."
I forgot about that.
And while she's being tended to, Jasper, Riley, you notice that sort of across the way from the restaurant, sort of on the other side of like this sort of promenade area, that memorabilia guy is just standing and watching.
Waiting. Commiserating.
He might be watching me, but I'm watching him through the cameras.
You know, I think now's the perfect time to get in Sally and maybe check out the root system.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna need you to dial us in, baby boy. I need you to buckle up.
All right.
I can't guarantee your safety. I've only had one lesson of shotgun safety.
Apparently, safety is something that I've had a little too much of lately, so let's do this thing.
So I will say there are two, so we can shorten a decision-making process. There are two ways to get to the roots, and to get to the kind of location in the roots that was indicated to you in the memorabilia store. One is to go down elevators around the port, like around the central like stalk of the cactus. Right now you're kind of up in one of the little arms. That's where a lot of like the stores are. But going back to the port and going down an elevator. And then traveling along the root system, within the root system yourself, which starts out as a fairly normal place and then gets narrower and narrower, darker and darker, less and less well kept. The other option is to take a land vehicle, which you can rent at UYOU Hall, to the other side of the root system and enter there so that it is less of a trip underground. Probably faster, but also low cost.
I'm fine for either.
Whichever includes the most close dark spaces.
You don't like dark spaces?
No, I do like them. So what includes the most of them? Yeah.
Right, it
So
includes the
walking.
most, not excludes the most. Okay,
So walking.
Right.
so the first one.
Ari, Jasper, thoughts, opinions?
I'm not much one for walking.
Life is a
But-
game.
I think that following the cameras is the best thing to do.
And they use the elevators, right?
They use the elevators.
Then that's what we will do. Noting our friend watching us, sure would be a shame if we had a distraction. Leave it to me.
Jasper's just going to look at Ari, Riley, and Ray and be like, should we be worried?
Yes, I'm gonna take this person, this child, adolescent, young adult, whomever. Ray can't tell, apparently. And I'm going to get them set up on our ship for a little bit of rest, and I'm going to come back with a med kit. 10. And so I'm gonna take Anna and like go back to the ship. I'm going to put Anna in my room. I'm going to, on the ship, give Anna. I was gonna give her warm milk, but now I feel like that's a
She's
bad
had
idea.
a lot. She's had a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Her
give
stomach's
some
gurgling a little
chamomile-
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her some chamomile tea. Help her kind of like a little bit of lavender, help her kind of relax a little bit. She's got some food in her belly. She's probably calming down a little bit. I'm gonna set her up in my bed. and just sort of tuck her in a little bit, dim the lights, wait until it looks like she's basically not going to be able to fight, staying, to stay awake. And then I'm going to grab my medical kit. I'm going to make sure to load it up with as much stuff as I can, and I will return to whatever the hell these guys have done in the meantime.
Yes.
Hopefully not too much.
What in the meantime is happening? What is our distraction?
All right. So, with the, so I will walk into the Lego store, and say, do you accept, sales? I have 3 of those Millennium Falcons that I'd like to sell. I saw in the news that they're really valuable.
The Millennium Falcons?
Yeah.
But that's not really, that's Lego stuff, right?
Yeah.
We don't do Lego stuff.
Oh, you don't? I mean, I guess anyone on the street would probably want to buy these. I mean, they're going for like 5 assets a piece.
You keep trying to talk to him and he keeps looking at Jasper.
Oh. Sorry, let me rephrase. I would have gone to the Lego store, not the memorabilia.
Oh, the Lego store. Sorry. I misunderstood. So the memorabilia guy is just still looking strangely at you from outside. The Lego store.
Yes.
Aren't you the guy who was in here buying them before?
What can I say? Here at Journey Corps, we are really good at reading the market.
So I'm sorry. You bought this an hour ago. An hour ago?
I did not know that our branding deal would go through in such a big way. Surely you've seen the commercial.
How much do you want for them?
Well, I've got 3 on hand. I could get rid of them for 17. I can only suspect that it's gonna go up. And I'll say this very loud so people outside the store can hear.
They have them in there. They have Millennium Falcon in the store.
Yeah, I mean, 17, I mean, but I'm not sure. It could be, 20, 25.
People start gathering outside the store, like hearing this, like you're seeing like a bunch of people, you're hearing them go like, I've heard that they've got Millennium Falcon. That's the gift of the season. All right, I want you to do,
Jasper, this is your chance to get to the elevator.
All right, I want you to do 2 things.
Okay.
I want you to roll commands. So this is roll with influence, and this is so we'll see how much your voice works up the crowd to come and put pressure on the Lego store guy.
That is a 9.
Okay. That does work. They're starting to pour in. You cannot be sure that you are not going to be caught up in and possibly injured by the crowd. Go ahead and roll plus cargo. Right now you have 2 in acquisition.
Yep. All right. That is a 6 and a 2 plus 2 assets. That's 8, 10.
10. Okay. The deal goes through. Partially. He negotiates you down a little bit. I think you end up with 10 cargo, which is still a really good amount of cargo. And just as he's saying sold and tries to like just sort of grab them from your hands, you get like fucking knocked over by a wave of people trying to get those out of your hand, and you have to sort of jiggle and navigate your way out. You have a minor injury, you have some scrapes and bumps, so mark a minor injury for yourself.
All right.
And they're going to get to the elevator and get down that elevator quite a bit before you.
That is fine. I will catch up. As I'm going, I will activate my armor, so like the helmet comes over the face, and I will try to be inconspicuous. But I'm assuming because I'm following them that I don't want the person that I wanted them to lose will follow me.
Right.
So question, because I'd gone back to the ship, and then I came back. Is my timing gonna line me up with Riley?
Yeah, you're gonna leave. You're gonna leave with the group. You're gonna leave.
I'm gonna be with the other. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to roll for it, we can roll for it. But the way I was imagining it was,
I'm willing to let the dice decide.
Okay. Roll face adversity. You can roll it with expertise.
Okay, well, the dice don't like me, so that's 3.
Okay. So you're getting back after the rest of the group has already left. You and Riley meet up with the sound of like a riot happening further into the city. And
I come up to Riley and I go, "What did you do?"
Riley looks so smug right now.
Is anyone
Like, what can I say, princess? Money talks and business walks. And I'm
Nobody's
gonna...
bleeding.
Is it? I hadn't noticed.
Let's
I think
just go.
we'll stop with let's just go. The one thing I will say, Riley, that maybe makes you a little bit less smug is as you're walking back, you notice that Balthus, the memorabilia guy, is nowhere to be found. All right. That is the end of our session for now. We will see you all next week. Let's go around and say who you are, who you played, and anywhere people can find you or projects that you're working on in reverse order from the order we had before.
That's me. So hi, I'm Ty. Let's see. You can find me at DM Emporium on most things. Actually, on TikTok, we just broke 1,000 followers, so that's fun.
Hey, awesome.
Thank you. And got our sponsor t-shirt from Hyperliminal T-shirts. If you go to them, then you can get 5% off using the code DME. I remembered to do it this time. And other than that, episode 7 drops on Friday, and it's going to be a good time. And hopefully I can get some of the cast or other people. Jen's in some of it, so that's a big bonus already. So, but that's me.
Hello, everybody. My name is Graham or Graham Crackers, and I had the delight of playing Riley Copperbutton. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where can you find me? Well, I have news for you. You can find me at Twitter at Graham or X at GrahamCrackers1. That's Graham Crackers with a Z and a 1. Outside of that, you can find me on the Crimson Citadel, the Rising Roleplay server, the premier role-playing server if you are interested in vampires. I highly encourage you checking out the game, which... you know what? Has a free weekend on Steam this weekend. So if you're ever curious about picking it up, now's the time. Outside of that, you can't find me anywhere because I am bad at being perceived.
Jasper can find you.
He fades into a crowd. Who was that man?
Hi, I'm Brithin. You can find me on all social medias at Brithin Oakleaf. If you like amateur dice making, that's my Instagram. And if you like K-pop, that's my TikTok. If you like K-pop dances.
See, you've discovered the themes. You've now branded your stuff. There you go.
And then if you like just random K-pop, D&D, tabletop RPGs, that's my Twitter.
Nice.
Hi, I am Ashley. I play Ariana Pixel, aka Ari, and you can find me just here playing with these lovely people. And that's me.
Hi, I am Evie. I was playing Raylan Drake, and you can find me on all the social medias at Evie Story, where on Twitter I talk about ADHD life. On TikTok I have abandoned it, but I used to do D&D stories. Maybe I'll pick it back up. But Instagram is at Evie Story Kitties, because that's where I put the pictures of my cats. So otherwise, you can find me here. I've got another stream or two that I'm maybe going to be in. I'll let you know when those come out. But this has been a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to our next session.
All right, everybody. I'll say about me, I'm Jen. You can't find me on social media because I hates it. And I'm doing a fundraiser for a group called LGBTQ Evolutions. It's a nonprofit I'm creating in the state of California, because that's where we're licensed, to provide counseling and also no-hassle surgery letters for LGBTQ and especially trans clients. We're in the process of fundraising for startup fees because it costs a lot just to register as a nonprofit in the state. So anyone who feels like they might have it in their hearts to donate, I really appreciate it. And if you could just signal boost it, other than that, that would be wonderful too. You'll find me here next week. This has been a Nerdsmith production of Uncharted Worlds, bound together. Yay! See you next week. Bye.